Good morning. I saw an interview once with a mother and a father. Their teenage son had been killed in a car accident by a drunk driver. I mean, what a tragedy. So senseless, so needless to lose your son in a car wreck because of a drunk driver. It had certainly torn their life asunder. But what made the story interesting was they started learning about the person who had been driving the other car, and it was a teenage girl. It turned out that she was not a bad person. She wasn't a part of some gang. She wasn't into drugs. She didn't have some sort of long rap sheet. No, she was a good girl who had made a mistake and gone drinking and then chose to drive. They lived in a state where they were really radical about drunk driving and those kinds of things. And they knew that this girl would be going now to prison. I mean, these were serious charges. This happened, you would go to prison. They'd really gotten tough on it. But this mother and father, once they started learning about this girl, who she was, what she was like, they got involved in the judicial system. They started going to the judge and lobbying on this girl's behalf and asking the judge, please, don't send her to prison. And because the parents of this young man were asking the judge for leniency for the young girl who was driving the car that killed their son, he took a special interest in it, learned more about the girl, and in the end he made a very controversial decision that he knew would bring all kinds of scrutiny, but he made the decision to give this young girl probation and not send her to prison. When they were interviewing this mom and dad, they said, why did you do it? And they said, the death of our son was an incredible tragedy. But we didn't see how destroying another person's life would make this tragedy any better. We believe in her. I thought about Paul when he said, true love will bear all things, and believe all things, and hope all things, and endure all things. True love never ends. It's the way that God loves us, and it's the way that He calls us to love one another. And when we choose to love in that kind of a radical love, lives are changed. The world is blessed. I pray today that you and we go out and love with a true love. Have a great day.